They say Maui no Kauai, and I agree. Maui no Kauai is the only place for me. That's where you'll find me, down by the seaside, watching the moonlight, the twinkling starlight, the morning sunrise, the golden sunset in Lahaina, Lahaina Luna.
Hi, everybody. Hey, happy Aloha Friday. Thank you for being here. We're playing music of Danny Kaleikini, who was just honored for all of his work over at the Kahala Hotel. So, happy Aloha Friday. Thank you for being here. Yay!
In Lahaina, Lahaina Luna, they say Maui no Kauai, and I agree. Maui no Kauai is the only place for me. That's where you'll find me, down by the seaside, watching the moonlight, the twinkling starlight, the morning sunrise, the golden sunset in Lahaina, Lahaina Luna.
Hey, the Brendan Ohana is on here. Oh, man, I'm touched. Hi, gang. Hi, family. UH family in the house.
In Lahaina, Lahaina Luna.
You are listening to the music of Danny Kaleikini, who played for literally decades over at the Kahala Hotel. Just recently honored. Still the ambassador of Aloha.
Maui no Kauai, and I agree.
Oh, wow. Our intro didn't go as usual. Okay, yay! No!
Nothing as usual.
I know. That's okay. Hi, everybody. Aloha no, aloha kako. Welcome to the show. Happy Aloha Friday to you. Hope your Friday's going good. I will share with you that it's been kind of a hectic week, and it's going to be a hectic month. We'll tell you more details on what's on my plate coming up in just a little bit. Plate, food. I'm hungry now. No food. Nobody brought food. What happened here? Who's in charge of this show? Obviously not me. Okay. Hey, we're glad that you're here. We hope that wherever you are, it's a little bit warmer since we've gotten on the air here just a few moments ago. Just because we know that in some places in the continental United States, it is cold right now. So thank you for being here on the show. Thank you to Raynette, first one on the show here. She says, aloha from Eva Beach. Carly was second in. Happy Aloha Friday. And as always, Raynette sharing. Thank you so much. Sarah Brennan, hello to the Brennan family who's online, and we appreciate so much. Love you guys. Hello to UH family who's here. Carl is over in Kailua Kona. Michael Kiale is over on the island of Kauai. How are you, my brother? Good to have you on. Hello to you and your bride, and I see both of your picture there on the Facebook side. Thank you so much. Jenny is on from Atlanta. Boy, you guys been in a deep freeze a little bit. I hear the south is getting a little bit cold. What's your temperature? Let me know, Jenny. Lynn Elsman is here. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much for being here. Cool. How are you? Hope you are well. Please say hello to family from cold Los Angeles. Really? You are getting out and about. That's awesome. What are you doing in LA? Let me know.
Disney.
What, Disney?
I'm assuming.
Well, of course, it's her, right? So, okay. By the way, Disney news for you. Awesome, absolutely wonderful Disney news. Got that coming up in just a little bit. Kevin Bowen, thank you for being here. Orlando is in his house. Or, wait, that didn't make sense. Sorry. Hawaii is in his house, but he is in Orlando. It's going to be one of those days and one of those shows, gang. I'm just going to let you know ahead of time. Colleen is over on the YouTube side. Thank you very much. Both Facebook and YouTube are up. Hello to everybody that is here from Hawaii News Now and their Facebook page. We appreciate you being on. Just a reminder, if you're on the YouTube side, hit the subscribe button. They know what to do. You know what to do. Please do. Share on the Facebook page, and we appreciate that very much. Okay, go. Wait, it's supposed to go, right? Uh-oh, we stuck? Okay, but we know that the audio's... Oh, look at that. The audio is also a little bit jumpy, too. So, we'll have to see how the internet goes. We are hoping it's good. And, yeah, my Wi-Fi is off. Okay, there it is. That was the classic, if I just keep talking, then it will happen. Oh, look, hi. We're on this camera. We shouldn't be on this camera at all. Okay. Hey. Okay, now Chewy's excited. Let's go ahead and see if we can get outside. There we go.
Chewy.
I think we can get outside. There we go. That is live. That is outside right now. And we've got two screens. That's interesting. That's different. Okay. On one half of your screen is live from Waikiki. On the other side of the screen, oh no, same side of the screen. There you go. That is live out North Shore. The North Shore is cranking right now. They got a high surf warning up in effect for the north-facing shore of Oahu. So, there we go. On your Aloha Friday. This is going to be a classic show, I can tell already. All right, headline news for you. We have a bunch of headline news, and we're going to try to get through this as best we can. Let me kind of skip ahead here and kind of tell you why things have been increasingly busy. And to tell you the truth, I don't know if it will work. So we will just try anyway. Okay. Let's go ahead and go on over to this screen here. And we're going to try to bring up the picture that of all of us, because actually it should be. I don't know why. It was there beforehand. There it is. Okay, thank you very much. I'm getting some help off screen. Here's a picture of me and the radio crew. That's, of course, myself on the right-hand side. Next to me, Meleapana. In the middle, Kumu Hinale Moana Wong Kalu. Next to her is Lena Lungi, Lena Girl, and Shannon Scott on the left-hand side. Coming up in a month from today, we are going to be doing a fundraiser, Aloha for Tonga. And as a matter of fact, coming up in a little bit, what we're going to do is, we're going to put in the comments below some of the information for Aloha for Tonga. And sorry to the moderators who are all of a sudden going, oh, we will? Okay, sure, I guess we are. We just put this out on social media in this past week. And so we are putting together a fundraiser to help our Polynesian cousins in the South Pacific. Of course, they had that explosive volcano that sent tsunami waves across the Pacific, but really did a lot of damage. But more than the tsunami waves, it's the ash. It exploded and rocks started just falling from the sky. And then after that, the ash, which just kept falling and covered everything. It's covered food services, natural food and natural water. So it's contaminated it. It's not good. They're in bad need of water. The problem is that supplies have been on the way, but they're hampered by the fact that COVID, some of the crews have COVID, and they are one of the few nations that does not have it. Well, they had one, I think is what it was. In all this time, in the 2 years where we've had like millions, they have had one. They have kept a very close in touch with their community to make sure that everybody's safe, et cetera, et cetera. So, once again, coming up, so we've been preparing this, and so that's the reason why I've been so busy all week, and that's why I'm probably a little less prepared than I usually would be. Hi to Melia Pana, who is also on the road right now, and I think that she is here on the show. John Holy from Guam, thank you very much. Yeah, I know, right? Photo Luke is saying it's going to take a while to recover. Yes. So, yeah, raising awareness, and that's what we're doing. Jim McKinnon, thank you very much. Vietnamese Lunar New Year, and to others, Chinese New Year as well. Thank you very much for those wishes. Fenton is on, and beautiful, love the red that is for Chinese New Year. Thank you very much, Judy. Let's go ahead and give you some other news. I was talking about Disney a couple of moments ago, and Disney has renewed Doogie Kamialoha MD. This is fresh news today. This is exciting news. Season 1 was absolutely awesome, and it's nice to have a production that is doing Hawaii right in what they say, how they use Hawaiian language, etc., etc. But that's because they've got the showrunner, Courtney Kang. She is from Hawaii, so in order to get something from Hawaii right, you got to have somebody who comes from Hawaii. So, Courtney, good job. Go get them. We're excited. Can't wait to see it. Season 2 is coming. Ragamuffs, we showed you the same picture last week, and we told you about them because, you know, they have put out new music. They have been doing things. They have revamped their website. Well, we found out also in the last 2 days, they are the only Hawaii music band entity that's going to be South by Southwest this year. So congratulations to them as they are getting ready to hit the road. And once again, they are doing phenomenal. Make sure that you are following them and supporting them on social media. There is a couple of other things that we are going to have here, and I'm going to just kind of pull them up. Some of them, Josh Tatofi, this is, usually we put this in weekend news, but actually his Valentine's show is next weekend. But we want to make sure that you know about it because that's kind of in our headline news. That's going to be February 13th through the 16th at Blue Note, Hawaii. And so congratulations to him. Here is something that we wanted to make you know about. There has been additional games. This is actually going to be next week, but we wanted to make sure that we mention it. Sorry, I should be over on the side. University of Hawaii men's basketball player of the week, Junior Madut. But they have had added by ESPN additional game that's going to be nationally televised. So Hawaii doing well. They're on top of the conference. They share the top of the conference with 2 other teams. They were undefeated, but they did lose one game this past weekend over in California. So go out, support Rainbow Warriors if you're in California, and they will be home and on national TV. They got 2 games that they're going to be on national TV for. Let me see here. Hoku Nights is coming up, and that's going to be tonight on K5 television. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and show you a picture real quickly. This is Kanialo Masoy, and he's going to be on tonight's show. So will Kelly Reichel. We will talk with him coming up in a few minutes in a conversation that I got to have earlier this week. I did want to mention that February is Mahina Olelo Hawaii, Hawaiian Language Month. Find out more online. As a matter of fact, go ahead and you can do the search and look for them. A little bit of calendar for you. Back in the 1970s, the Hawaiian language movement began. In the 80s, Punana Leo schools were founded. And by 2012, February officially became Hawaiian Language Month. Here we are 10 years later. So make sure that you get that information, find it, and support online. There we go. Let me see. What we'll do is we'll also show you a little bit about some symphony dates and items that are coming up. And you know what? Let's do this now. We're going to switch a little bit around, and we're going to show you some health information, just because we want to be good to our community and help our community here in Hawaii. Coming up today, until 8 p.m., As a matter of fact, coming up in about an hour from now, BYU Hawaii Ballroom. That's where we're going to have COVID-19 vaccine and testing pop-up. One other one for you this weekend. That's Ohana COVID-19 vaccine testing pop-up, Kapalama Elementary School, not far away from our studios here. And that's going to be tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And go. This is the same one that stopped last week. Okay. Well, we know now that we can... Okay, we'll move on from this one. Let's wait for a moment. Okay, we move on. The first person we're going to talk to on this Aloha Friday, she is the owner of the business Mahina Made. She thought she had it all planned out. Life was good, going exactly as she had planned, but we all know that sometimes life can make an unexpected turn. Different things happen. Kylie Freitas found a healing, though, in a new direction. She's succeeding. I started out by asking her what Ho'omau Hawaii Market is.
So Ho'omau Hawaii Market is a pop-up shopping event that I started during the pandemic. It kind of stemmed from my small business, Mahina Made, and I was just thinking about how, small businesses were hurting during these times and how could we come together and support each other financially, but also just be there for each other, emotionally and just rooting each other on. And I love markets. And so I thought I would create one. And so this market is a little bit special. It's a little bit different in that the mission of it is really to perpetuate Native Hawaiian culture. So all of the vendors that we have at this market, they sell products that directly perpetuate some aspect of either Hawaiian culture or Hawaiian language through their products and the way they do business. And even more than that, majority of our vendors are Native Hawaiian owned businesses. So it's a really awesome, fun experience for people that live here, but also people that come and visit. They get to shop with these businesses and see this side of Hawaii that is just so amazing.
You being a businesswoman, did you always plan to be a businesswoman like when you were young or when you were at the Kamehameha schools in high school? What did you dream of being?
No, I've always wanted to be a teacher from the time I was so little, like as early as I can remember. That's all I wanted to do. I went to high school planning to do that. When I was looking at colleges, I, was looking at their ed programs. And so I graduated from Kamehameha. I went to college in Oregon. I pursued a degree in teaching. And the whole time I was there, I never thought, oh, this might not be for me, or I want to try something else, even business. I never thought about any of that. And so I graduated and I came back home to Hawaii and I started teaching that exact same year that I graduated. And I loved it. And I thought life is going how I planned that it would. And I was set. And then my husband and I got married and I was teaching. And then we wanted to have kids. And so that was like the next life step that we had planned. And it didn't happen for us. And it ended up being really hard, unexpectedly. So for a few years, we faced infertility and we were trying all these things. And eventually I did in vitro and it worked. So we got pregnant and everything was fine. And then a little over halfway through the pregnancy, we actually ended up losing the baby. And so we found out she was a girl. And so that was just so hard experiencing all those years and then this. So everything we thought we knew about life, right? It got flipped upside down and we were questioning, are we on the right track? And then I was like, am I supposed to be teaching? Everything I thought I knew, I didn't know anymore. And so about 6 months or so after that happened, I had this feeling from God telling me, okay, it's been some time. There's more to life. He has this plan for me. And so I was on Pinterest one day and I saw this doormat craft that you can do. I love crafting. I love being creative. I think it comes with being a teacher, but it was just very simple, painting a doormat. And so my husband and I did it, and we painted this doormat that said Aloha Lives Here on it. And it's like, what do you do when you make something? You post it on Instagram. So that's what I did. I posted it on my personal Instagram at the time. And like people, started commenting, and my friends were texting me saying, "Oh, can you make me one? Like, this is so cool. I've never seen one like it." Other people were like, "You should create an Etsy store." And at first I was like, no, that was so far from the intention of why I did this, that I was like, I'm not gonna create a store selling this. But I thought about it a little more, and I was like, oh, we had fun making this for ourselves. Maybe we can, as we continue to heal, we can make this for other people. And so I created a small Etsy store at the time, and it was called Mahina Made. And at first, we were just creating these doormats, and they were custom. So you could tell me what you wanted on the doormat, and we would paint it. And we did that for a while. And then, we moved on to bags and other small things, all out of our house in a little room. And that was this June, that'll mark 5 years ago that we started that.
Wow. So I asked Kylie, what is her dreams for her company?
It's funny, I thought about this and I go back and forth, like, do I want a store? What do I want in the future? And I think overall what I really want is I just want to reach a global audience. I think now that I have this clear mission of what I want to do with this business, which is to just perpetuate Native Hawaiian culture, it's something that's become really like dear to my heart now, especially now that I have kids. I would love to just, because I think beyond Hawaii, there's like this image of when they think of Hawaii, they think of like pineapples and Mai Tais and tiki bars and things like that. But, while some of those things might be part of like our local culture, there is that difference between like our local culture and then our Hawaiian culture. And while they're both great, I think it's important to just know that distinction. And so I'd like, for our brand to help to bring that awareness to people, especially beyond Hawaii, because I think that's really important.
I'd like to thank Kylie for being on the show. And by the way, if you want to find out more, we've got the information down below in the comments. By the way, her family is now Kylie, her husband, their 2 boys, and their 2 fur babies. Look for Mahina Made online. Hey, let's go ahead and talk some story. Over on my home island of Mokuokeave, Hawaii Island, there's a young man who is working away every day on the Puna side of the island where he has his studios. He's a Naho Kuhanohano Award winner, and the name of his business caught my ear, or caught my eye. Rubba Slippa Productions, Ryan Hiroka.
When I started up my record label, I thought I was all out local music, and I was thinking, what's the most local thing you can think of? And for me, it was Rubba Slippa, and I had the little gold chain to go with it, and the Slippa tan to go with that. So kind of by default.
Wow, not
RSQ.
the Slippa tan, yeah? You get the Slippa tan on your hands when you was one kid.
Oh, I had them on my feet.
Okay, very, very good.
That's only when you put it in the turbos, you get the slip on the hand.
Right. So as Rubba Slippa Productions, that consists of your company. So what is that? That's like recording studio, obviously, right? Recording.
Yeah. So it started off as I started it in my college dorm room. I had a little setup, and I was like, I'm gonna do a record label, and I read every book in Borders that I could get a hold of record label and recording studio and all that, artist management. So the goal was always to do my own record label. And then that turned into where I started getting into music publishing, and then now the recording studio. So it's kind of umbrella for all of the above.
Now, you've been able to hook up with the legendary Brother Walter, and we're doing things with him even before he got his cancer diagnosis. Talk about working with this legendary icon.
So I linked up with Uncle a while ago now. And he wasn't really recording, so I said, "Hey, Uncle, I got a song for you," and that was our first song we did together called "Walk Away," and then we followed that up with a song called "It's Never Easy," and then the rest is history. We did about several more songs together, and then we kind of took a break for a while, and then I had we lost Keala Kavauhau, our good friend from Southern Rush, and we did some collaborations with Uncle Walter and him. We did 2 actually, and then I was working on some stuff with Keala. And then so when we lost him, I got inspired to write this new song, "You Never Know," that I just automatically thought, Uncle Walter would be perfect for. And then, in the midst of recording the song, we found out, his diagnosis with cancer, and it kind of took a whole different turn on the meaning of the song, and you know, now we're here.
No, yeah, and we hope that Brother Walter is doing better, and thank you, because that was a wonderful way for him to get kind of re-involved with the music. He was just doing, I think, just stand-up playing gigs before that, right?
Yeah, so when I found out Uncle was on the Big Island, actually, I ran into him at a get together at like a family friend's house, and he came with a mutual friend and was jamming, and that's how we kind of got linked up to, to get to working together. And that I just started kind of doing my studio thing, and I was like, oh, I get to work with a living legend, so that was kind of a dream come true for me, is getting to work with people that I looked up to all these years, and now I get to call friends.
As a record label or even as an artist, how are you trying to cut through and get the music, the new music that you and your artists are releasing? How are you trying to wade into those waters and just get them out there?
As an artist right now, I'm trying to put out a single every month. I kind of took a different approach to the way we release music. I'm trying to change the mold of how music is made and consumed on the local level, because before, it kind of was always a standard way of going about things, in that you did maybe lucky if you did an album every couple years, and now it's like, within a month you can release a song, and the song is almost irrelevant by the next month. So I'm trying to take a different approach as to seeing if we put out more music more often, if the algorithms behind streaming will trigger more often and help us get a little bit more um, attention to our music. And same with the label, I'm trying to give that same opportunity to as many artists as I can that normally wouldn't get the chance because the cost involved. So the way I look at my company is, more than I'm a recording studio, I'm a record label that has a recording studio. So as a record label, I can provide opportunities that the average record company or recording studio couldn't do on their own individually.
Ryan Hiraoka over on Hawaii Island. Once again, Rubber Slipper Productions. And go search out for the music. Brother Walter and his own music. He's on places like Spotify and other digital platforms. So search him out. Go support local. And once again, Ryan Hiraoka over on Hawaii Island. Mahalo to him for being on the show. Let's talk about, oh, by the way, he's busy working with the Brown Boys, artist Poki, who used to be with Ukala Damaka and Aipohaku, also Mikey Mina from the island of Maui, Jesse Ho'opai, and more. We got information in the comments below. Mahalo to Ryan Hiraoka. Let's talk about Nahoku Hanohana Award winner and award-winning kumuhula, Kelly Reichel. He is coming up tonight on K5 television on Hoku Nights. Now, this is a show that's put on by the Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts. It's on the first Friday of the month, of every month, and they have Hoku Award winners on the show playing music and sharing their stories about what they are doing now. So I asked Kelly E. first, and I talked to him earlier this week, what is he doing for tonight's show?
Well, I kind of got hooked into it by Amy Hanaili. Yeah. And so tonight's performance is very, very stripped down. It's just me and a guitar and two of our po'ehula from Halauke Aloka Maile, including our brand new kumuhula, Henohea Kane. So yeah, it's a very stripped down, and we decided not to bring the band, just, sing like how I normally sing in the living room, and without all the bells and whistles, and you can see all the warts and hear all the yucky notes and stuff.
But that makes it all the more special. So, all right, that is coming up tonight on K5 television. I also asked him, how is hula? How is the halau? How is the actual building itself? Is it pau yet?
As po'e kanaka, we are resilient and we pivot in every single way that we can to ensure that our cultural education continues, and at the same time keeping everybody safe. And so we've pivoted to outdoors, hybrid. Sometimes we go on Zoom. And each style of teaching in those formats has strengths and weaknesses. And so when you combine all different kinds of ways to pivot in this new world, then it becomes actually a little bit more holistic in a sense. So that's the first thing. Halau is not PAL build yet. We just finished phase 1, which is we put in all of the infrastructure, the electric and the piping and all of those kinds of things, as well as the cement foundation. And so we hope to go vertical within the next year. And that means walls and ceiling, and hopefully that will finish in this next year or so.
I've been hearing the word associated with you, semi-retired. Is that title correct?
Well, I'm going to be 60 in about 5 months. Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, come on. You still look like you're 45.
Well, get the kind. Yeah, I wouldn't fix my camera. But you can see my Cruella de Vil streaks coming in, all over here. Look in the mirror and I'm turning into my uncles, so, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But yeah, I've stepped back from halau a little bit, because we have now another kumuhula in our halau that we unikid, my cousin Henohea Kane. So she is now steering the canoe, the proverbial canoe for our halau, and letting her do her thing and deciding which new directions that she would like to take our halau in. I'm still around. I just don't want to be breathing down her neck, because she has to do her thing. And if I'm constantly around, then it's difficult for her to not always look at me and go, "What you think?" Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I
so
understand.
that's part of the unique. Yeah, that's part of the process.
So give me an idea. What is it like in the day in the life of Kaylee Raichel?
Well, I'm my own yard man, and we recently moved from Pi'iholo on one side of the island, and now we live in what I like to jokingly call the Wild Wild West. Out here in Kahikinui, we face the Alinui Haha Channel, and I can see Hawaii Island from here. We're at about 3,000 feet above sea level. This is Aina Ho'opulapula. We're on 10 acres of pastoral land. So I spend most of my days clearing land. I learned how to use a backhoe. And so I move rocks, build stone walls, all that kind of stuff. And, I want to keep my mind and my body fresh and strong. So working the Aina has always been my go-to place.
All right.
Yeah, so we're excited.
Once again, he's going to be coming up. That's going to be tonight on K5 Television, starting at 8 o'clock. Kelly Raichel and Kaniala Masoy. And the show's going to be from Maui. That's Hoku Nights on K5 tonight. All right, here we go on this Aloha Friday. Let's go ahead and get into the weekend and what we've got for you. There are some things coming up. We showed you the Ragamuffs a little bit earlier. They're actually playing here in Honolulu this weekend, so we'll give you kind of a real quick listing here. We have First Fridays with Kennedy Taylor and the Electric Pancakes. They've been on the show before. They're at Arts and Mark's Garage coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. 7 o'clock at Next Door, Ragamuffs will be there, and the Mauve. Mauna Lua will be at Duke's Waikiki coming up tonight. And that's going to be starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Bobby and the gang will be down there, which is going to be absolutely awesome. By the way, if you go down there, please tell Bobby I said hello. I haven't seen him in a while. One of our first memories, well, this is kind of like the part of the show's history. We were doing tests together. And, see, Tracy knows where I'm going with this. Yeah, Naked Fridays. It was, yeah, because what happened was we were testing the equipment, and Bobby was in the backyard and he was on his device, and I had him in as an interview. So we were playing around, but we were live on Facebook, and it said, "Hey, everybody on Facebook, we're just trying this out." So Bobby's in this backyard. It's hot. It's Hawaii Kai. He decides to take off his shirt. So I looked at him. I says, "Brah." He goes, "I'm gonna be comfortable. I hope you don't mind." I said, No, I don't mind." He sits down. So I says, "Okay, I'll take off my shirt too." And I took off my shirt and we started talking. Well, what happens is that you as the viewer, you only see us from here up. So it looked like on Facebook that we had nothing on. I'm surprised that we got away with that because it just.
Viewers can go and
Viewers-
see that episode, you know.
Whoa, really? Can they? Is it? Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't think we posted that. I know, really. I should never do that. But anyway,
You have
yeah.
to search our early episodes, but it is in one of our first episodes.
Maui Gomes says this is cool. See, Honda says no more pants. Yeah. Amy's laughing right now. She's
Don't
cracking
wear
up.
rubber slippers.
Yeah. So Ryan Hiroka, Rubber Slipper Productions. Maybe that's what we do. A rubber slipper only. No, probably not. Okay, we'll leave that one alone. Before we lose total control of the show, let's go ahead and talk
had
about.
control?
Yeah, since when did we have control? Saturday, Hapa Symphony featuring the Makaha Sons and Kala'i Camarillo. You saw a little bit of that earlier before the tape stopped. At 7:30 p.m., it's going to be at Hawaii Theater Center on Saturday, and that starts at 7:30 p.m. Want to say a special shout out to Hawaii Theater because they're helping us with our fundraiser. We are doing our show from the fundraiser from Aloha for Tonga. We are doing it from Hawaii Theater 1 month from today. Lunar New Year at Town Center Mililani. There's a family event over there that starts at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Kilandi Diaz is over at Tiki's Bar and Grill, 8 p.m. live performance there. And there is the Lunar New Year celebration at Windward City Shopping Center. They'll start that at 11 a.m. Those are some of the weekend events that are coming up for you. Of course, we mentioned that Josh Totofi, who is Tongan by blood because his dad is, of course, from Tonga. Josh Totofi's Valentine's concert, there it is. It is coming up. That's going to be in next weekend. I should drink. You know what? Let's put that back up for a second. Okay, I'm going to drink some water. Okay, now we'll take it down. Okay, and so that is some of the things that is happening this weekend, and I think that's about it. Have we gotten through everything from the show? I think so. Everything that we had prepared. I like these pictures that the Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts put up for Kelly E. Reichel. They took some of his past pictures and look at that. That's mean. That's neat. That's going to be that's some of the promo materials that they did for Hoku Nights. And they did nice ones for Kaniela Masoi too. So just showing you some of the artwork that came from Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts. Can't wait for the Hokus. Don't know what the date is. They haven't announced it yet. But of course, they are watching carefully just like everybody else is with the COVID situation. Donald Sonoda is on. Our technical director, our technical producer. Don't forget, New York City Spring Fashion Week is coming up. Yeah, and Hawaii Island is representing. Lotus and Lime representing. That's true. Thank you, sir. He is so on it with stuff. Jack Riley, hey. Needed the laugh. Thank you. We should have Bobby on for another show, but I don't think we're going to repeat
We do
that.
them every anniversary.
Yeah. See Honda on YouTube says, please keep shirts on, Billy V. Mahalo. Yeah. Well, I agree with that. I think that's about it for the show.
We'll have Bobby back for the anniversary.
Well, Bobby back for the anniversary show. Okay. That's not too far away, too.
Can we make it more like a Magic Mike?
Magic Mike? Yeah, thank you. Laura, hey, Laura, you're on. And you know what, Laura, we showed your picture last week, so you had such a great picture with some of our Hawaii musicians. Thanks a lot. And I hope you don't mind that we shared the picture. Great show, fills my soul with joy. Thank you, Mr. Harper. Appreciate that very much. That's going to do it because Chewy, our executive director here, is growling and telling me to get off the microphone and feed me. So I'm going to go down and feed Chewy. And do you want to come up and say hello? Sorry,
No.
live TV. No?
Feed me!
Come here. Hey, come back here.
Benny runs
Come up
over.
here. The official dog of Billy V Live. There we go. That's Chewy. No, not Cujo. Okay? All right. So, time to go? Okay. You want to get fed? Okay. Ooh, you have doggy breath. Okay. That's going to do it for us. Hey, have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we will see you a little bit later. Malama pono, aloha ahui ho. You sent a couple more pictures. Keep them coming, Laura. Judy, thank you so much. Rayned, yeah, you have a great weekend. Oh, that was for Chewy. Jay, thank you so much. Look at this. Chewy goes on, and the comments go crazy. You want to come back up? No? Okay. That's going to do it for us. We will see you a little bit later on. Malamo pono, aloha a hui ho. And stay tuned. Make sure that you go over to my Instagram and Facebook and click the follow and click the like button if you can. But we're going to be putting up a whole bunch of information for the fundraiser for Tonga. It's called Aloha for Tonga. And so that is coming up in 1 month from today. I think that does it. I am looking for one more thing here, and as soon as I find it, we can end the show, and that's not it. I am looking for it.
Naked Fridays.
No, stop.
Everybody get naked in the studio now.
Okay, so
Bang, chicka, bang, bang.
High Sessions is located on YouTube. I just had a nice conversation with John Yamasato. As a matter of fact, John guys might be, Pure Heart might be helping us out with the fundraiser. They may lend us a performance or two. But if you get a chance, go over and see his YouTube page. We strongly recommend his page just because of the quality of the music. The music video we're going to leave you with is Kelly Irai Shell. But this is not just a regular Kelly Irai Shell song. This is a Kelly Irai Shell song that he composed for Aulani. And so we're going to have that for you. And, of course, Disney's full happy because, of course, they have Doogie Kami Aloha. Okay, I'm talking in circles. We'll see you later. Have a wonderful day. Aloha.
Aloha.
John, thank you very much. Love High Sessions.
Ikanani ikamalu kumehana ikalai emaliu mai ikaleo he ahea ina manue ano kanona ikai hikapuola kona Makavelenau o kamakani Honolulu ike kaya ulue Hele aloha teia Ekipa maia oe Ikamalu o aulani ke aloha paole e ka mai ka leie no e ke ka mahele